Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the show. I am Tarisa S. Journalist. Today, we have a special guest. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our guest of honor, Dr. Danny, who will be the speaker for gathering this afternoon. Okay, Dr. Danny, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Teresa. I'm so grateful for the invitation to the show today. I don't expect that I can be joined in this great show. My name is Danny. I'm 27 years old and I have married. I'm the pediatric specialist and director at Untan Hospital in Pontianak.
So, Dr. Danny is a pediatric specialist. Well, this afternoon, the topic to be discussed is video games. I'd like to ask you about the reasons behind special attention for video games and children. How do you think? What special attention for video games and children? Can you tell us everything here?
Okay, as we know, a country can be formed if there are people in it and people who actually make change and development in this country. To create a society that can transform our country into a more advanced one, we need to educate young people who will lead and make our country more prosperous. But what I'm worried is about the damage to children today because of their addiction to video games. Most of them are too absorbed in playing video games to forget everything and waste their time in playing.
Are there possible dangers from video games exposure, doctor? Could it be an even greater danger to children?
Surely, there are many negative impacts of video games. Video games can make us focus on the fun and excitement of them. We can be made to forget about our surroundings, and over time it becomes addictive for the user. The opiate is like a drug, which when it is not fulfilled can make the user irritated and angry and and feel uncomfortable before he plays the video game again. Video game addiction not only affects the mental health of the children, but also affects the child's health, such as damage to hearing, vision, and sensitivity to surroundings, insomnia, and even brain development problems. In addition, online-based video games can make children meet unknown adults or people whose speech is bad, which can make the child imitate the bad words of the online video game friend. Types of video games also have an impact on children, such as war video games that can trigger children to imitate violence perpetrated by the characters in the video game and practice it with their friends.
Okay, well, that'll do. Then, how are we supposed to avoid the dangers, doctor?
I think the best way to cut down of this is by not giving it a video game. However, if this cannot be done, then as much as possible, the parents sell to other video games to children, especially those who are still minors. If that doesn't work, then keep your child playing video games as short as possible. If that still cannot be done, then congratulations, your child is addicted to video games. The things parents can do to prevent this means always explaining the bad effects of video games, giving children positive activities, especially in their spare time, keeping them away from the complementary features of video games, and helping them find the hobbies and support.
Okay, I think that's enough from Dr. Dani. Thank you, Doctor, for attending the event. To the listener, if anyone would like to ask Dr. Dani about the video games, you can ask Dr. Dani.
This is the right moment where we are discussing the bad impacts of video games on children. So, for those who want to ask, I will answer the questions. Hopefully, with the answers to the question, it can help you in preventing addiction to video games from your children. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye everyone.